Hey traders, welcome back to another episode of Stock Market Review with Low Web Trading. Coach Lud is here, and as usual, guys, we're about to get into it. You guys already know what we do here, but if you are here, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to smash the like button for me. Again, I will keep letting you guys know your engagement is exactly what helps this channel grow. So that is the only thing I will be asking you guys for is to either share the channel, share that with somebody, share it in a group chat, or when you are here, whether you're watching live or on replay, comment. I really need those interaction, guys. But it was a beautiful day today. A bit of boring day, if you are trading in the market, because the market really did a lot of consolidating from, I'd say, around 11 all the way to around like 4:30. Not 4:30. Around like more like around 3:30, 3:30. The market just consolidated, made a big move, ran nonstop, did not really give any pullback for an entry, and then it just consolidated almost the entire day. But you know what? We were patient, and when our time came, we pounced. Why? Because that's what we do. You have a plan, you follow it. If there's no entry, don't feel FOMO, right? I'm not going to jump in. This is not what I do. I'm not going to jump in just to make sure that we can catch a trade. As I've been telling you guys the past couple of days, I am a day trader. We are day trader. We're not everyday traders. All right, we're not playing Pokemons here. This is not Mario Kart where we see the little goal where we're trying to catch everything. We don't have to catch everything. Some days, the best trade you're going to have for that day is the trades that you don't take. Some days that's just how it's going to be. So if things don't meet your plan, you just don't take them. This is how we do it around here. But anyway, enough about all that. What exactly do we see in the market today? We got back today to pushing up once again. What happened? I told you guys last night. As we saw, the market was all look like it wanted to pull back a bit and things like that. The headlines came in. The headlines came in about a possible deal. Then after a few, I think that came out around 7. Then after that, we realized that was that was not true at all. Then it came to, hey, we have talks coming this Friday, which pushed things up again. Then after a while, it was like, hey, you know what? We don't have talks, but we have the possibility of having talks. But guess what? The algos do not care about all of that. You and I may be saying, well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that. The algorithm do not know anything about what is true and what is not true. Well, all they do when an article is published, they are looking to get the tone of the article, the keywords in the article, and they are assessing whether or not it's a good this keywords align with the buy side or the sell side. That is the only thing that matters to them. As long as it meets one of those criteria, either one of those criteria, they just came in. They do what they do, which is right now we are in a crazy ball one. It is the buy side. This is pretty much what happened. So today we had a couple of heavy hitters reported today. We had Tesla report today. Initially Tesla was popping, but after the earnings actually came out and we had the earnings call, it did not seem very good. So now it seems like we have given back all that gain. At some point, I believe it was up. Tesla was up nearly 5%, 3 to 5%, but that actually have completely pulled back. We also had IBM also reported, and IBM is taking a beating. Um, but nowhere near what Workday is taking. Workday was down by as much as 15%. Last time I saw it in the after hours, down 15% is a lot. That is a big drop. All right, guys. Well, that being said, we're gonna get into it. We are at all-time high once again with those new earnings coming in. We have to just wait and see what happens. Now, I don't know if I feel comfortable jumping in right now to buy the S&P 500 right in the middle of earnings. Why? So many of these stocks are either at strong resistance level right now or they are at all-time highs. I mean, the AI trade is alive and well. They have been pronouncing the AI trade dead for a long time. But the AI trade, those stocks just keep on running and making new highs every single day. That's what I keep telling you guys. I don't think AI is going to go away. By that I mean I'm not talking about the software side. Software is actually suffering, but I'm talking about the people that makes AI possible. So the Nvidias, the Microns, so just to be more specific, if you make the chips, you will do fine because companies need that. If you provide the data centers, companies need that. You will do okay. If you provide the memory, right, the hard drives, memory hard drives, like the likes of SanDisk, Seagate, Micron, these companies are going to do well. Now, if you're on the software side, this you're having a very very tough time on the software side. That's just the way it is, folks. All right, guys, let's get right into the charts and see exactly what happened today once again. So today was not some sort of crazy day that happened. I broke that down for you guys already. You guys can see that. Let me see. So right now where we are, I believe we just hit my initial my initial target. That's the primary. That's what I had as the primary target, right? If you go back here, put this here, we have reached our primary target. So that's where we are on the trend line. But secondary, we may have a little room. We can squeeze a little higher, right? So there's two things that can happen at this level. Either we're going to drop, right? Either we're going to drop, or we might just sort of like consolidate and do this and do that, and then we squeeze higher. But as of right now, you guys know we need a breather. That is very healthy for the market to have pullbacks because when we go up that fast, that means whatever pullback we have most of the time is also going to be that fast. All right, let me get some of the stuff out of the way so that way when we go into the charts, everything show a lot clearer. Here we go. So I pulled up the S&P 500. So guys, what exactly did we do? We're not doing anything crazy. We finally closed above this level. So remember a few days ago, like 4 days ago, last week, we put in this high, and with the past couple of days, we literally just stay within this range. We bounced down yesterday. Today, we actually gapped up today, and this is what we're doing. Now, what exactly is going to happen tomorrow? I don't know, especially with Tesla earnings. Depending on how heavy the selling is on Tesla, if the selling continues, we might actually pull down. However, we do have a little room, right? Again, like I tell you guys, if you want to go ahead and try to squeeze that little bit of space in, see if you can get that. That would be between 711 to around 7, let's say 714, 715. I mean, it's there. It's a couple of points, but just understand at this level, the higher risk. I mean, the risk is on the high side, right? The upside, that's where the risk lies right now. For me, it is not worth it. I don't have enough room for a move. Again, I'm not saying we cannot punch through this level. In case you're not seeing it right, if you are here maybe for the first time, the level I'm talking about is a channel that we have that goes all the way back to 2020. All right, it is a long channel, and this is what the stock market has been doing, just working its way all through this channel. That's what the market is doing. All right. Um, so let's dig in and see exactly what happened. There was not much moving. You guys are going to see it, but let's see what we should be expecting tomorrow. What exactly is the likelihood or the probability? Right? So yesterday I told you guys we were getting primed for two possible moves. We had a potential double top, right? So we had that potential double top, but at the same time, you could also look at it and say because we closed there, I told you guys, hey, what I'm seeing here is an engulfing pattern, right? What we had was an engulfing pattern, and with that engulfing pattern, what exactly happened? If you look at that, what did we do? We pretty much squeezed. Now that squeezing that we didn't make a new high really. Not in the S&P 500. I believe the Nasdaq. I think the Nasdaq made a new high, but the S&P 500 did not make a new high today. So you can say, as of right now, we have a little bit of a range in the S&P 500. As of right now, we need to wait to break and see which way we break and what happens. All right. If I see we can break below this level, I'll probably go short. That's the way I would play that. Now let's go in the 2 hour time frame. Once again, 2 hour time frame is doing what? This is showing a bit of. By the way, guys, you might hear if you're screaming on the background. I just my son having a lot of fun. You guys can see this is a triple top that we're making. You guys can see that here, right there, at that level. We having a triple top. We are rejecting right at the highs again. Can we squeeze two more based on the stuff that came out? By the way, right before the market closed. This is what gave us that last push in the market. Right before the market closed, some news came out that the administration is trying to actually offer the Iranians another deal very, very similar to the previous deal that they had, which was the deal under Obama. That's the JCPOA. So we offering that to try to have that again. James, I see you. Empire Path, hello. I appreciate you guys being here and engaging with the channel. That's always welcome. Now let's go dig it in the 30 minutes. Again, remember when I was telling you guys, I say, hey, in the 30 minutes, it looked like what we were doing in the 30 minutes was a double bottom, and that actually pretty much proved that out. And we had the squeeze. That was a double bottom. This was the neckline right here. That was the neckline. See how it came and it consolidated above the neckline, and then we made that move and we ran. Now, what exactly am I seeing today? Um, I'm not really seeing much. I'm not seeing any specific patterns here besides saying, hey, you know what? I'm just going to keep that as a bit of a trend line. See if we break above or if we break that trend line so that way I can determine where I want to take this. This is what I'm looking at currently. All right. If you're looking at the MACD as well, the MACD is actually curling down, but it's still in positive territory. So the MACD might just do this, right? So we can go make new highs. But if we wake up tomorrow, let's say we gap down tomorrow, as it seems like we might be doing in the overnight market. So if we push down, get in negative territory, we might just do a bit of a pullback, do a bearish divergence, and make a new low. All right. Again, I'd like to repeat these things. If you are new here, when I'm talking about the MACD being in negative territory, what I'm this area here, that's the positive territory. How do you know that? When you're on your charts, look on the right side. You will see, as you see number 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? If I extend it, you can see more numbers. Right? If I extend it, see 1.5 and so on. So those are the positive net members. That shows the MACD has a bit of momentum to go higher. Now, when we actually dropping, most of the time what you're going to see is the MACD being down in negative territory. That's where you see right on that side here, you will see -1, -2, and so on. All right. Just wanted to cover for you guys. I know that everybody is able to make the live every single time, so I cover a couple of things more than once, just in case maybe today that's the first time you hear, or maybe that's the first time someone is watching those videos. So I'm always giving out that type of information. All right, that's the S&P 500, guys. So that's what I'm looking at tomorrow. This is what I would do if I were in your situations, guys. This is what we would do. Make sure again, make sure you have this line, and I would not be taking any trades until we are out of this wedge pattern. Until a direction has been taken, I would not be doing anything. Again, I want to remind you guys, I'm not your financial advisor. All right, nothing I say here is any suggestions for you guys to buy, hold, or sell. All I'm doing here is showing you guys what the stock market is telling me. I always tell you guys the stock market is the language. Well, the chart is the language of the stock market. The candlestick pattern is telling you the probability. This is what most likely might happen. Now, it's not going to be 100%, and that's okay. But when you're looking at the probabilities, you play the probability game. My thing is, if I can always take a, if there's a trade that's about the probability is 70% in my favor, that means I take 10 trades, I win seven. Let's even say 60. I take 10 trades, I win six. The only thing you need to do is manage your losses on those losing trades and try to maximize your wins as much as you can responsibly, and you should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. Now, okay, now we go right back into the charts. We're gonna check the let's check the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is ripping higher, and the Nasdaq actually just touched my first actual line, right, right here. So that was the first one that I have on the Nasdaq. All right, you guys can see that. That one is the first one. That's the secondary. So we still have a little room, but then again, I would only day trade these things. I'm not buying I'm not doing no swing trades or anything like that. I'm not doing no leap calls. Not at this level. I need a retracement, not a small pullback or consolidation. I need a retracement for me to feel comfortable. Again, that is me. All right. We all trade differently. That's what works for me. All right. Going in the 4 hour time frame, that looks bullish as heck, man. This thing looks like it wants to squeeze higher and higher. The only thing that I can see that might stop it tomorrow is probably a gap down. I mean, this is like a perfect stepping up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Boom. This is like the model charts. What we're looking at. This is the model chart. This is not something that you see often. You don't see a chart look this beautiful with a moving up consolidation, not pullback, just consolidation. So bear flags, I mean bull flag after bull flags after bull flags. Any bull flags you took would have worked. That's all we are looking at right now. All right. Again, if we look at the MACD, again, this is on this. I would say this is. I would not be surprised if you have a pullback because again, we are at all-time high, but we still have a little juice left on that. On that, we can squeeze a little more out of that. Now, the 30 minutes is showing it's crossing down. However, again, it's crossing down in positive territory. It may just come down and just put in a higher high in the MACD to continue keep making new all-time highs. Again, we do have a little spot left. It's not much, but we do have a little space left, just like the S&P 500. Actually, that's a lot more than the S&P 500, but we do have some a bit of space left. Now, let's go in the stocks I have been talking about. I'm a little disappointed in CEG. This is one of those I have been paying attention to. They disappointed me a little bit because I was waiting for this to actually come and test the trend line, and today it popped 9 points. It did not, guys. It did not. Therefore, I did not get the entry that I was looking for. For those of you guys that are part of the community, you might have seen me talking about that. We did not get the entry. Now, here's the good thing, right? So this is making a higher low, all right? So we can draw that right here. This is a higher low that we just put in. Now, with this higher low, and it seems like what we're doing, also what I covered yesterday, was the bullish harami pattern that we just put in here. That means we may squeeze up. Now, if you say, hey, Lord, we just made a new low, a new higher low. We have a bullish harami. Why did you not get in? Very, very, very simple. What exactly does my trading plan calls for? We are so close to this trend line. I can try to take that move and try to squeeze in a little thing from 287. We close 286, maybe getting to 294. So that's like a 7 point move. Or I can be patient and wait for a break of this trend line, a retest, then we can push up. Now look at this move. If we can do that, the potential for that move is literally right there. This is where the real resistance is, right? I mean, we might have some minor resistance along the way, right? Let's even say we got stuck at this first resistance line right here. After that, we're talking about maybe like a 290 entry, 294, up to like 310. Now that's a 50, 50, more like a 15-point move. That's an easy double up on your return. Easy 200% return. So I'd rather be patient and wait for that because those are a lot. The winning percentage on those trades are a lot higher. Now again, let's take a look at Tesla. I have spoken about Tesla. If Tesla is down tomorrow, does that surprise anybody? It certainly would not surprise me. Let me see. I have no questions yet. FYI, guys, not FYI. Just a reminder, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to respond to any questions you may have. Um, just need to double check that just real quick. All right. So Tesla has given back all of its return, but it's not dying. I just checked it in the overnight market. It is not dying. It's only down about 4 points. So that's not bad. Does that move down? Does that pressure keep pushing it down tomorrow? We shall see. Again, if we can actually come down on Tesla and actually close below the trend line, I've already told you guys, if we close below that trend line, I'm going short. Why? Even if we just went right down here to make a double bottom, look at the opportunity. This is the opportunity, guys. You talking about a potential move of like let's say 379 because it's not winning a lot. It's not making a big move after earnings. So this can literally go from if it closed just a little bit below, like 380, and they have a possible 40-point move. 40. A 40-point move that with options, that is massive. All right. So this is why I'm being patient with Tesla. If I keep checking, we go on Baba. Baba's giving me something that I wanted. It's actually double checking that, but I wanted a green candle, so he did not do it. Therefore, I did not get in. All right, guys. Even though we had a green day on Baba, me and the team has not gotten in Baba yet. We are just waiting patiently to see exactly what's going to happen with Baba. But as you guys can see, again, this is what we're doing. We're just consolidating. As of right now, until we actually take 50% of this candle, this represents a bear flag. This represents a bear flag until we actually work over at the very least 50% of that trend setting candle. We need to actually pull back that high at the very least. All right. So this is what we are still waiting on and still watching to see how all of that goes. All right. It's about 9:30. 9:30. Let's go right into the VIX. This is the VIX. Let's see what the VIX did today. The VIX didn't do much. Was pretty much muted. If you look at it, even though the stock market did made this big move, there was no spike in the VIX. This was not like a down day of like 10%, 20%. None of that. It literally put in a doji. So not much happened with the VIX. So as far as looking at the VIX as a bit of a signal to combine with other patterns and other data points in the stock market, the VIX is not helping. That's not helping us right now. Um, Other stock I wanted to talk about. This thing just keep on squeezing. Again, this is an ETF. This is an insane move. This move is insane. I mean, this thing has been closing higher since 52. Every day it closes higher. That was since 52. It is now 105. It actually broke that level, but this is why people need to be careful. All right. Now I'm in this trade. I was fortunate to be in this trade. Now if we do the Fib retracement, let's see where we are in the Fib retracement. We are exactly at the 2.0 level, to the T. Literally came to touch it. Now I can't say for sure we're going to pull back at this level, although it would not surprise me if that happens. But last time we got near a strong level like that, we had to deal with, which was the 618. It actually just gapped up. So it maybe tomorrow it gaps up, maybe it doesn't. So we just have to wait and watch it and see how these things move. All I can tell you guys is in the after hours market, this thing was up another 4 points, nearly what I think was around 110, around 110, which means if this holds, that will be another new high in the SOXL, another new high, and that's with Nvidia. If you look at Nvidia, which is one of the largest, okay, that's NVDA, the largest stock in that ETF, Nvidia has not made a new high yet. It has not made a new high yet. So this thing has not made its run yet. So if Nvidia decides to wake up and really start making new highs, SOXL could easily reach that 125 target, which was actually that was an end of year target for me in the SOXL. But it seems like this is something we might actually get a little earlier than I thought. Now, guys, Bitcoin, Bitcoin gave us a bit of a move. Now, you may say, hey, you know what? I can't get a lot of Bitcoin. This is why you guys are here. And if you are here, right? And you guys were watching when I'm with you in Bitcoin, when I say, hey, when you are buying, I need to go full screen to say this because if you guys listen and you bought the Bitcoin ETFs that I talked about that I gave you guys live on this channel. I gave you guys that Bitcoin ETFs. Right now you should be doing okay. All right? Now, which one is it? Let me see. Most of you guys may not remember this was BITX. BITX. When I was giving you guys when I was giving you guys this thing, it was around here when I first started talking about it. Then I talked about it again the other day, say, hey, this is what you buy. Now, if you got it at 17, if you got it at 17, from where we are right now, you already made some good profit on that. You already made some good profit. And guess what? This thing is just now breaking out. It has not really won yet. The high on this thing is 66, 66, 67. That is the high. It's currently at 19. Now, I don't know what Bitcoin is going to do. Again, I would tell people instead of, if you were able to, instead of, let me not say I would tell people. This is what I would do. All right. Instead of buying leap calls on this, even if I may get some leap calls, but I would definitely try to get some of those shares. Why? Because with those shares, you will be getting dividends payout. Again, the dividend is not a lot right now. The dividend is typically around like 10%, right? So it's not going to be a lot as of now. That's okay. But when this thing is a little higher, guys, this is what you'll be getting per share. All right, that's what you'll be getting per share. So hey, for me, I think that is something that's worth it. Again, that's for me. You guys may have different ways of whatever or of playing that. But again, if you bought contracts when I first started talking about this, you guys should be doing all right. Anyway, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see the move that Bitcoin put in. It's playing out exactly sort of like what I was telling you guys. We broke this level, right? We broke this level. We pull back to retest that support level, and now we squeeze. Now, where's my target on Bitcoin? My near-term target is about 85. That is my near-term target, about right about around 85. After 85, I don't know what's going to happen. Why 85? Because this is a major level. That used to be a major support level. Now that will be a major resistance level. But anyway, this is what I will be looking at right now. All right, guys, it's about 9:37. I have to go meet with those guys in the. Actually, you know what? I have one question. With the pullback after hours, do you think tomorrow would be another green day, or are you waiting to see what the pre-market do? Um, with the way this market has been going, and the one thing we can be certain of is tomorrow, if before market open, if the market is down, there will be headlines to turn the market green. There will be headlines. So if I had to pick away, again, it is highly risky right now. But if I had to pick a direction, I would say we probably have another update tomorrow. At some point, I think something will come out that makes the market one. But as of right now, we are in the red zone right now, in the overnight market. But I think we're going to have some sort of news, some sort of headlines, because this is a news-driven, headline-driven market. That's what's driving the market and giving it its boost for the most part. It's not the economy. It's not GDP. It's none of that stuff. Because right now everybody's struggling. All right. So it's not that the economy is having a hard time right now. But again, if I think it is healthy for the market, I do need the market to give a pullback, because pullbacks are healthy for the market, because that's how some people take profit, it pulls back and then make the next move up. All right. That being said, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you again for being here. If that's your first time watching, and if you enjoy this content, if you take anything from this content, I hope you go and right now and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. If you like this type of content, just remember I also have trading strategies on the channel as well. You can go back and watch those trading strategies. They are part of a playlist, because I arrange everything by playlist. They would be part of a playlist called trading strategies, which makes it a lot easy for you guys to find. All right. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Again, tomorrow, remember to practice patience. Be patient. You don't have to take every single trade. It's okay to miss trades. If you have a good trading plan, you definitely are going to miss certain trades. Why? Because your trading plan is not going to align with the trade, even though it's a good setup. Because somebody else might have that kind of setup in their trading plan, but you don't. So if you don't come the next day, or don't come trading and start modifying your trading plan on the fly. It's already hard to remain focused and not make mistakes sometimes. Like, I can give you guys an example of myself. Like today, there's one trade I was taking. It was a good trade. I ended up closing it out because I just didn't like the way it was moving. It was taking too much time, so I did not really benefit on the move. But I got in the trade a little too early. One of the things that I know, the 5 minute needs to close first before I trigger. If the 5 minutes is almost done, I need to wait for that candle to close first before I go look at I'll go get my level to trigger my entry in the 1 minute. And I accidentally pressed this thing with about I think 15 seconds left. And in my mind, I'm saying, hey, the candle is so far away from the level I'm looking for, so I don't think it's going to come all the way back there before that 5 minute is closed. Guess what? It pushed up, gave a big bottom wick candle with those last 10 seconds, and came in and came and got and put me in that position. All right. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys being here again. Be patient. And tomorrow, remember, again tomorrow, it is get in, get green, get out. We're not here to try to become millionaires tomorrow is slow and steady, and you're going to get there. Just keep building. Base hits adds up. Keep telling yourself that. Base hits adds up. All right, guys. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. You guys go and have a good night. Wake up refreshed tomorrow for another trading day. And if you survive today, I wish you the best. Congratulations. I wish you the best tomorrow. Again, practice POP, process over profit, guys. Peace out. Take care.